Hey everyone! Welcome back to Playverse Gaming, the ultimate place for gamers who live and breathe video games. Today, I've got a special list for you. 10 games so addictive, they'll keep you up all night without you even noticing. You know that moment when you tell yourself, just one more mission, and suddenly it's 5 in the morning? Yeah, we're talking about those games. From survival horror to action-packed adventures, from deep RPGs to fast-paced shooters, these are the titles that will completely take over your free time. So, grab a snack, make sure you're comfortable, and hit that subscribe button because you won't want to miss what's coming.
Now look at you. The weight of a galaxy on your
Star Wars Jedi Survivor is every Star Wars fan's dream come true. Continuing the journey of Cal Kestis after the fall of the Jedi Order, this game throws you into breathtaking environments filled with danger, secrets, and cinematic battles. What makes it so addictive is the freedom to explore massive planets, uncover hidden areas, and fight enemies in flashy lightsaber duels. The combat system is deeper than ever, with new stances like the dual-bladed saber and even a blaster combo. And trust me, experimenting with those combat styles never gets old. Every mission feels rewarding, with cutscenes that pull you deeper into the Star Wars universe. The sheer size of the worlds makes you want to keep exploring long after midnight. It's one of those games where you tell yourself, just one more quest, but before you know it, the sun is already rising outside your window.
Seems our destinies are intertwined.
But I can tell you this. If there is any hope of surviving,
Hello, Jack. We need you.
Ghostrunner 2. If adrenaline had a video game, it would be Ghostrunner 2. This is pure chaos in the best possible way. A fast-paced first-person slasher set in a neon-soaked cyberpunk city. Every level tests your speed, reflexes, and creativity. One mistake and you're dead. But that's exactly what makes it so addictive. You always know you can do it faster, better, cleaner. The game introduces motorcycles for high-speed chases, bigger arenas, and new enemies that keep you on edge. Add to that an insane electronic soundtrack that pumps you full of energy, and you've got a recipe for sleepless nights. You'll keep retrying over and over, telling yourself just one more run until hours have flown by. Ghostrunner 2 doesn't just keep you awake, it keeps your heart pounding every second you're playing.
Vampyr. Vampyr is a slower, darker experience, but it's the kind of game that gets into your head and won't let go. You play as Jonathan Reed, a doctor who becomes a vampire in a plague-ridden London. The addictive hook here is choice. Do you feed on innocent civilians to grow stronger, or do you hold back and struggle against overwhelming odds? Every character has a backstory, relationships, and secrets. If you decide to drink their blood, you don't just lose a random NPC, you alter the fate of the city itself. The moral weight of your decisions makes every interaction tense and unforgettable. The combat isn't just about fighting monsters, it's about fighting your own hunger. And the eerie, fog-filled streets of London create such a powerful atmosphere that it's hard to stop playing. This is a game where just one more conversation can easily turn into hours of unraveling the story.
Resident Evil 4 Remake is the definition of a game that keeps you glued to the screen. Capcom rebuilt the legendary 2005 classic from the ground up, and the result is an incredibly modern survival horror masterpiece. You play as Leon S. Kennedy on a mission to rescue Ashley Graham, but everything feels fresh thanks to new mechanics, smarter enemies, and jaw-dropping visuals. Every encounter feels intense, whether it's facing hordes of villagers, solving puzzles under pressure, or going head-to-head with monstrous bosses. The pacing is so perfect that you're constantly pulled into just one more chapter before you put the controller down. And let's be real, you never actually put the controller down.
The blend of tension, action, and atmosphere is impossible to resist. This remake is not just nostalgia, it's a game that will keep you awake way past your bedtime.
Bill me for the repairs later.
SIFU. SIFU is the ultimate test of patience, skill, and determination, and that's exactly what makes it so addictive. It's a martial arts revenge story, where every fight feels like a scene out of a kung fu movie. The unique mechanic is aging. Every time you die, your character gets older, losing physical strength, but gaining mastery in combat. This creates a constant push to improve, to master every strike, every dodge, every parry. The levels are beautifully designed, from neon-lit nightclubs to dangerous alleys, each filled with challenging enemies. What hooks you in is the sense of growth. You'll replay sections over and over, determined to clear them with fewer deaths, like a true martial arts master. It's not just about beating the game, it's about becoming better at the game. And that drive to perfect your skills will absolutely keep you up all night.
Rise of the Tomb Raider is Lara Croft at her absolute best. This adventure is addictive because it blends exploration, survival, and storytelling so seamlessly. You're constantly uncovering hidden tombs, solving clever puzzles, and battling mercenaries across breathtaking environments. The game rewards curiosity, pushing you to climb higher, dig deeper, and search every corner for secrets. Each new ability you unlock makes you want to backtrack and explore areas you couldn't access before, giving you that just one more run feeling. The story is full of mystery and danger, but it's the sense of discovery that really hooks you. You'll find yourself obsessed with completing side quests, upgrading gear, and uncovering artifacts long into the night. It's the perfect mix of action and adventure, and once you step into Lara's boots, you won't want to take them off.
This is Morgan. The year is 2034.
Prey is the type of game that constantly surprises you, making it impossible to put down. Set on the Talos I space station, infested with terrifying aliens called Typhons, Prey gives you complete freedom to approach problems however you want. You can sneak, blast enemies head-on, or even absorb alien abilities to shape your playstyle. The addictive part? The station itself is a giant puzzle box, full of hidden paths, secrets, and challenges that reward exploration. Every time you think you've mastered it, the game throws a new twist at you, like an enemy disguising itself as a coffee mug. The paranoia alone keeps you hooked, because you never know what's safe and what's not. Prey is immersive, tense, and endlessly replayable. It's the kind of game where you start playing just to check something, and suddenly realize you've been exploring Talos I for hours.
If what happened here, if even one breaks containment, we're all lost. To make this right.
Gris may look like a simple indie platformer at first glance, but it's one of the most beautiful, emotional, and strangely addictive games you'll ever play. Every frame looks like a watercolor painting, and every stage introduces new mechanics that feel fresh and satisfying. The gameplay is smooth and relaxing, but it's the emotional journey that keeps you playing. Gris tells a story of grief and recovery without using a single word, and somehow it connects deeply with everyone who plays it. The environments transform as you progress, symbolizing healing, and you're constantly curious to see what comes next. Even without combat or difficulty spikes, it's impossible to stop once you've started. The music, visuals, and atmosphere blend together so perfectly that it becomes a game you'll want to finish in one sitting, even if that means staying up until dawn.
Far Cry 5 is pure chaos, and that's why it's so addictive. Set in the fictional Hope County, Montana, you're up against a dangerous doomsday cult. But what really makes the game shine is the freedom it gives you. You can approach missions however you want. Stealth, explosions, vehicles, or even with animal companions like a loyal dog or a bear. The open world is huge and constantly alive with random events, ambushes, and side quests that distract you from the main mission. It's the kind of game where you sit down to do one objective and end up fishing, hunting, and liberating outposts for hours. The sense of unpredictability keeps you hooked because you never know what's going to happen next. Every play session feels different, which makes it nearly impossible to stop once you've started.
The Callisto Protocol. Finally, the Callisto Protocol, a survival horror that's so intense it'll keep you wide awake. Created by the original minds behind Dead Space, this game takes you to a prison colony on Jupiter's moon where something has gone horribly wrong. The atmosphere is suffocating, with dark corridors, grotesque monsters, and brutal combat that makes every encounter feel life or death. The game's addictive nature comes from its mix of survival tension and cinematic action. You're always low on ammo, always scared of what's around the next corner, and always desperate to know more about the story. The graphics are hyper-realistic, making every moment terrifyingly immersive. It's one of those games that makes you jump out of your chair, but also makes you want to dive back in immediately. And trust me, if you start this game at night, you won't be sleeping anytime soon.
So, which of these games have already kept you up all night, and which ones are going to steal your sleep next? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories. If you enjoyed the list, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Playverse Gaming, and ring that bell so you never miss our next big video. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one.